And now we've been through a lot, holding hands while screaming at each other. And I don't know how to start, but I still love you like I do. It breaks my heart.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for some midweek cleaning and organizing motivation. You guys have been loving the cleaning lately, which is great because I've missed it too. So I filmed this on a super productive day. Not all days are like this for me or even close to it, but I was in the mood to get things done. We're tackling lots of cleaning, but we're also going to be doing an organization project. If you're new to my channel, I'm a stay-at-home working mom of 2 boys. My oldest is in kindergarten and my youngest just turned 10 months old. I love sharing cleaning and small space organization videos on my channel, so if you like that sort of thing, be sure to subscribe and come back every week for a new video. Before we get too far into this video, I wanted to thank today's sponsor, Merge Gardens. If you've never heard of Merge Gardens before, it's a free, fun game where you build your own garden by filling it up with trees, plants, birds, ponds, and more. I love playing this on the days where I have some downtime, just to relax a little, or honestly even on busier days for a little break. I have never been a big gamer, but let me tell you, Merge Gardens is addicting. My 2 favorite parts are the puzzles and also merging together different things to see what they can create. I'm a big organizer, as you guys know, so I find organizing and cleaning up my garden to be super satisfying. As you play, you unlock different areas of the garden that need to be restored, and I love a good mess to clean up, so that's always fun when I get a new area to play in. Like I said, I've never been a gamer, but if you're looking for something lighthearted, satisfying, and fun, something to take your mind off a busy day or make you feel like you're being productive, even if it's just virtually, you should try out Merge Gardens. If you would like to download Merge Gardens, the link is in my description box down below, or you can scan the QR on the screen. It's totally free to play, and thank you once again to Merge Gardens for sponsoring today's video.
Don't say we're drifting apart. I can't stand to see you with another. Oh, I know I once broke your heart, but
If you have never watched my channel before, we actually just did a kitchen remodel. So we demoed our old kitchen, took down a wall. We didn't do it ourselves, we hired out, but there is a whole video on my channel that shows the entire process and all the befores and afters. So if you have not seen that, I will link that in the cards right here. That's a super fun video, and I'm just so happy with how the kitchen turned out, and I feel like it has really ignited my spark for YouTube again. I'm just so happy with it. So I, again, will link that video in the cards right here if you have not seen it.
it'd be worth the time. Run away with me. I'll make you feel alright. Run away with me, and I'll be good this time around. I'll be good this time. I'll be good this time.
You guys know that I am of course going to use my favorite Mrs. Meyer's sink cleaner. This stuff is just the best. It smells so good, and I feel like it makes my entire kitchen smell good even after I've rinsed it all down the drain.
We watch the sun go down over the same old town, like so many times before. We look at the same old stars, battle the same old wars, like so many times before. And I know that we're
Just had a delivery, so I wanted to show you guys. We got crumble this week. We actually get crumble pretty much every single week, which is so bad, but we love it. It's like our guilty pleasure. So Got some crumble. I got 2 chocolate chip this week because I don't like pumpkin flavors, and they've had pumpkin like every single week. But you guys will have to let me know. I'm very curious below, first of all, if you like crumble, and second of all, are you team milk chocolate chip or are you team semi-sweet chocolate chip? I personally love the milk chocolate chip because I feel like you can get a semi-sweet chocolate chip cookie anywhere and it's delicious, but the milk chocolate sets crumble apart for me, so that's why I like it. But you guys will have to let me know what you think. Once I was done with the dishes, I wanted to walk around and try to clean off my countertops. There's some clutter that just can't be moved right now, and that's real life. So you won't see me take every single thing off of every single counter because that's just not the phase of life we're in right now where everything can be bare. But we're going to work on decluttering them as best as we can, and then I'm going to wipe everything down. My microwave is a little bit tall for me, so I feel like I don't always notice when it's a mess, but I happened to open it and see that something had splattered everywhere. I think that my husband forgot to open one of those 90-second rice pouches to vent when he was making one, because they will pop if you do that and kind of explode in your microwave, and that is what I saw evidence of in there. So I think that's what happened, but I just wanted to get it cleaned out. I have talked about the pink stuff so many times before, but it's definitely one of my all-time favorite cleaners. It has so many different uses, and of course one of my favorite things to use it for is cleaning my stovetop. We had a pretty unfortunate incident one day where something melted onto my stovetop because it was left on and then something was placed there, and it was a mess. But the pink stuff did get it off. There was a little bit of residual damage, but the pink stuff worked really well, so I swear by this.
I'm laying down to compile it. Oh no, I see you only when you're balling. Oh no, I don't even.
I feel like stainless steel cleaners take forever to buff out, so I just prefer to use my multi-purpose cleaner if I can. Luckily, my appliances don't really have an issue with streaking, but if you do, I would recommend the E-Cloth stainless steel cloths. Those are so amazing. They're my top all-time favorite stainless steel cleaner. They just happen to not be clean on this day. I had all kinds of toys and clutter on the island here that I wanted to clear off, but I felt like I wasn't fully able to do that until I did my organization project, so we're gonna hop right into that in just a second here. I clean off and move Sutton's high chair probably at least 3 to 4 times a day, so we're just going to do that really quickly. And then there was also some food that did not quite make it into his mouth that was all over the floor, and we're going to sweep that up as well.
Right back in. I'm on the sideline where you wanna be. I'm by the byway.
So moving on to today's organization project, we are going to be putting together an art cart. I'm sure that you guys have seen plenty of these over here on YouTube before, but I never really thought it would work for us up until recently, when Carson has just been so into crafting, and he's doing it at the island and he's doing it at the dining room table. We don't have a desk in his room. I've been thinking about getting him one, but it's just really hard right now to find places to store these things, and I feel like they're just out all the time. So I thought if he had an art cart, he could push it around the house wherever it is that he's doing his artwork, and then there's first of all a place for everything to go back to at the end of the day, but second of all, it's just much easier for everybody involved to clean it up and to bring it from room to room, and I just think it's overall going to make our lives much easier. So I was excited to put this together. We're obviously needing to build it first. I got this one from Michael's, but I'm pretty sure you can get these anywhere. I will say that at Michael's though, they had a lot of accessories that went with this cart, which I thought was really cool. I'm sure they do have these on Amazon as well. Anything I can link, I will link it down below, but I went to Michael's. I believe it was 40% off on the day that I went, so I think it got a pretty good deal.
Say you love me, say you don't. Just give me something so I can move on.
This was extremely easy to put together, pretty much self-explanatory, so it was super simple. Probably took me less than 10 minutes, honestly. I know these clips are sped up, but I'm pretty sure it took me less than 10 minutes.
We'll be okay, 'cause I can't stand another moment of you playing with my mind. I'm so tired of never knowing, so spell it out, 'cause I won't stay awake till morning.
I wanted to test out if the art cart would fit into our kitchen closet, so I opened it up, noticed there was some things on the floor that I needed to move, and then I moved it in there, and I was so excited because it fit perfectly. So this is great to know that we can slide it right into this closet at the end of the day, and it's out of sight, out of mind.
'Cause I can't wait for you forever.
Now we're going to work on putting everything on the art cart. So first of all, I just stuck everything in it so that I could figure out how things fit and maybe where I should put things and all of that. So I stuck everything in there just to see how it looked, and then we'll work on actually organizing it. The instructions said to put lighter items on the top just in case it ever tipped over. So I made sure to put things that were light and not going to hurt either of my children if the art cart happened to tip over, but I don't think it's going to. But like I said, they had a ton of accessories at Michael's, so they had these dividers that fit perfectly into the art cart. I thought that was so cool. And then there was also like little cups that you can clip onto the side, which we're going to use in a minute.
And make it stop, 'cause I can't stand another moment of you playing with my mind. I'm so tired of never knowing, so spell it out.
So like I said, this is nothing new. I'm sure you guys have seen this all over the internet. Lots of people have done art carts. I didn't create this idea, but I do think it's a really good one. And if you're struggling with organizing some of your kids' craft supplies, then this may be something worth looking into, because you can just cart it all over the house. You can squeeze it right into a closet at the end of the day if you have one, or you can just leave it out in your kids' room, or if you have a playroom. We don't have an office in our house or really anywhere to store excess things, so we've been struggling with art for a while, and I think this is going to just improve our everyday life and just being able to clean up at the end of the day.
I can't wait for you forever. 'Cause I can't wait for you forever. 'Cause I can't wait for you forever. 'Cause I can't wait for you forever.
When I look at you like that, you lose it completely. track of space and time. I don't wanna go home looking for a reason.
Here is the finished product. I think that it turned out super cute. It's obviously not perfect, but it's perfect for what we need it for.
The way that you make me feel, you wonder if I feel the same. The blood's rushing through your veins, and then when
Now that we have all of the art supplies and craft things put away, I'm going to actually clear off my counters, other than a couple of pieces of paperwork that I needed to keep out. Carson calls this little plastic thing his desk, which I think is cute. I don't know why, I just think it's funny that he calls it that. But it was looking pretty messy, so I wanted to tip it over into the trash can and dump out any of the excess glitter and clay and paint and everything else that was on there. And then I'm also going to wipe it down in the sink really quickly too. I'm sure you guys have heard of the scentsicles before, but my goodness, they are so amazing if you have a fake tree. If you've never heard of them before, they're just little scent sticks and they make your fake tree smell like a real tree, and it's amazing. So as I'm editing right now, I'm sitting next to the tree and it smells like a Christmas tree, and it just makes me so happy. Now we're moving on to decluttering the dining table, which as usual, there's stuff all over it, but actually this is not that bad for us. I feel like if you've been watching my recent videos, you have seen it looking a lot worse than this. This is not too bad. I love this dining room table so much. I think it's so cute and perfect for the space. But the one thing I wish I could change about it is how grainy it is, because everything gets caught in there. So Carson recently did a little craft that had like blue sand in it, and the blue sand got into the grains of the wood, and I've been working real hard trying to get it out, but it is not fun.
'Cause you'll never change, you'll always stay the same.
My cats are super messy eaters, and around where their food bowls were, there was just splattered food everywhere. So I'm going to take a minute and try to wipe this down. But this is really not easy. It is so much better to do this when the food has not dried on yet, but I didn't get to it quick enough, and now I'm having to really scrub to try and get the dried food off.
Yeah, spit it out. I don't care about if you think that I'm a little bit too much for you. Maybe you're not meant.
The next thing that I did was set off my robot vacuum to go vacuum and mop the main area of the house so that I don't have to do it. And this is just honestly my favorite thing I've ever owned. It's just made my life so much easier.
When you take me for a damn fool.
I noticed that the pillows and blankets in the living room were needing to just be fixed up, so we're going to take care of that really quickly. And then I wanted to work on wiping down glass in the kitchen, so like the sliding doors, and then we're also going to wipe down the mirror in the dining room and the mirror at the end of our hallway.
Always stay the same. Go on and tell all your friends all about me. I don't give up, nothing sticks to me, baby. Yes, hon, I'm Teflon. I don't
I was interrupted by a HelloFresh delivery, so I wanted to get that put away in the fridge. This is obviously not sponsored by HelloFresh. I did work with them several years ago. They were actually the very first paid sponsor I ever had on my channel, which was pretty cool. But we have been ordering them pretty much ever since, and we love HelloFresh so much. It has really helped us to discover new foods to eat and just gets us out of like that recipe rut. So really enjoy it. I do have a link that I think anybody can get this link if you have a HelloFresh account, but I believe it gives you $150 off, and then I get like a $10 credit or something. So I will leave a link down below if you're interested in trying HelloFresh. Like I said, we love it so much. We've been doing it for years, and I've spent well beyond what they've ever paid me in buying their product because we love it. Now moving on to laundry. So much fun. I had 2 loads of laundry that I wanted to take care of on this day. The first one was for Carson, so I brought it all out into the living room to fold. Sometimes it helps me to get it done if I can have like the TV on in the living room and a change of scenery. I really don't enjoy folding laundry, mostly because it hurts my back so badly, and I've been saying this for years. Specifically when I fold laundry, I get like fiery, awful pain in like my mid to upper back, and it's just terrible. So I dread it. I hate doing it, but I needed to get it done. I wanted to make sure that my kids had their clothes folded and put away in their drawers, even though it's terrible and I really don't enjoy it. But I hope that this motivates you to get maybe a load of your laundry done if you've been procrastinating on some. I am like the queen of laundry procrastination, but I feel like I have a good excuse because it causes me physical pain. I have tried the no fold method where you just throw your kids' clothes into the appropriate drawer and you call it good and you don't worry about folding it, but I just can't. I don't know, it bothers me until I end up going back and folding it anyway. So that's what I've been doing lately. I'm just trying to stay on top of it as best as I can, but it's a constant battle. Now we're going to put everything away into Carson's drawers, and then Sutton had woken up from his nap, so we'll go and grab him. He took an exceptionally long nap on this day, which is why I was able to get so much done. But typically it is not like this. This was like a rare occasion that he gave me a super long nap, and I was so productive. I'm giving Sutton some puffs in his high chair while I work on folding his laundry, and folding at the island is definitely better than folding on the floor because I'm not bending quite as much. So this load of laundry did not hurt me quite as badly, and I think that from now on I'm just going to try and fold at the island as long as it's clean and decluttered because it's just much easier on my back.
Let me feel your love again, 'cause I've been running round in circles screaming out your name. Take me to a different place, just
glass and we can stay up all night.
I talked about how I don't drink coffee in a couple of videos back, and you guys were giving me suggestions for other drinks that have caffeine but are low sugar, and a lot of you recommended the Celsius drinks and Alani Nutrition. Both of those have a little too much caffeine for me. I'm kind of a lightweight when it comes to caffeine. If I have too much, I get the shakes and I start to feel nauseous. I can have about as much caffeine as a cup of green tea. I would say the most I could have in a day before I start to feel sick is maybe 80 milligrams, which is not a lot. So far, the only drinks that I've found that I can tolerate with caffeine are the Bai drinks, which are 10 calories, they have no sugar, and they have about 55 milligrams of caffeine. And then also, like I mentioned in my last video, the Starbucks refreshers. I really like those, but they're very expensive, so I try not to get them too often. Plus, they have just a little bit too much sugar for my liking.
All that time away from you, I didn't think I'd make it without you by my side. Let me feel your love again.
I keep a box of my kids' like special clothes when they're babies. So their first Halloween costume and their first 4th of July outfit, their first Christmas outfit, just all of that type of stuff I keep aside. I don't store it away with the rest of the baby clothes, and I don't donate it. It's just kept for me. So I had a pile of a bunch of Sutton's special outfits that I need to pack away into that box. I haven't actually got a box for his yet, but I wanted to keep them aside from everything else. So if you're wondering why I don't end up putting those away, that's why.
How you make me feel I got you in my head. Oh, I wanna be with you.
Before I could put away Sutton's laundry, I needed to dump out the wastewater tank from my vacuum before I forgot. I can be pretty bad about that sometimes, and then it can get stinky. So if you have either a wet dry vac or you have a robot vacuum that vacuums and mops, make sure that you always dump that out quickly. Otherwise, you will get bacteria and smells, and it's no fun.
Wanna be with, 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 wanna.
Sutton's room has been feeling quite cluttered for a while now, so I wanted to take everything off of his dresser and really clean off his dresser and reorganize the space, stock it back up with diapers. I wanted to take out a couple of other things in his room that were cluttering up his space that he no longer uses. I didn't go into this day planning on doing any of this, so it felt so good to be that productive and get a couple of things done that I wasn't even planning on, and Sutton's room ends up being so much cleaner.
If only I had listened for a while, I would have told you I miss your smile. I thought of you as a friend who can't let go, but when you left I could feel it grow, like a body of water, seeping through the edges of my soul. And getting harder, it was never under my control, you know.
My first niece is going to be arriving in April of next year, so I had some things I wanted to gift to my sister that we're no longer using, like Sutton's Love Every playmat and his sit me up chair, his bath support, and his snuggle me. So I was able to take all of that out of his room to gift to my sister. My cat Arthur likes to lay on Sutton's rocking chair during the day sometimes, so I needed to vacuum that off and just get his fur and anything else that may be on the rocking chair off, and then we're going to vacuum Sutton's room as well. I had a bin full of clothes that Sutton has outgrown, and it was sitting in my dining room for probably 2 weeks while I procrastinated on moving it into a permanent bin to go into the basement. And I don't know why I do this, because it took me all of 2 minutes once I finally got around to it, and now that clutter is not sitting in my dining room anymore. But this is the end of the video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I feel like I got a lot done. It was such a productive day. I was in such a good mood, and I hope that that comes across in this video and that it motivates and inspires you, whether you are a stay-at-home mom or you're a working mom, or if you're not a mom. I hope this motivates anybody who is watching it. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and please come back again next week for another one.